everyone, I am your host Ayushi Kara Sethia and welcome back to our channel Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how we can use Google Form responses to create opportunity in Flowlu. So first let us understand what these software applications are all about. So Google Forms is a form building software application. In place of Google Forms we can also use Typeform, Paperform, Jotform or any other form building software application. And Flowlu is a CRM software application. So in place of Flowlu, we can even use HubSpot CRM, Zoho CRM, Insightly CRM or any other CRM software application. So the idea here is that you are a business owner and you have created a form using Google Forms. Now you want that whenever a customer fills that particular form, automatically the details of the customer should be added as a new opportunity into your Flowlu CRM account. For this, we need to create a connection between Google Forms and Flowlu CRM. So in order to create a connection between both these software applications, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating both these software applications automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So let us learn the integration process on my screen. So to start the integration, let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes. By clicking on this option, you will get 100 tasks free every month. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on Sign In. In the All Apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on Access Now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on Create Workflow. Here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Google Forms to Flowlu Integration. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on Create. Now here we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want to use Google Form responses to create opportunity in Flowlu. So open this trigger window and here in the choose application, let us find Google Forms. In the trigger event, we have to select new response received. Now here we can see a webhook URL and some instructions are also mentioned. So by following these instructions, you can set up the webhook in your Google Forms. So let us read the instructions. Google Forms responses are collected in Google Sheets, so follow the below steps in order to get the new response. Go to the form on which you want to take the submission and make the last question as required for the trigger. So I'll just take you to the Google Forms. Here I have already created some forms. We are just going to access this contact information form. Here I have taken the fields for the name of the customer, email address, phone number and the company name. So we have to make the last field as the required one. Okay. For that we have to just click on this required button and we have to activate it. Okay. Now we have to capture the responses. But before that we need to create an integration between the Google Forms and Pabbly Connect so that whenever the form is filled, automatically Pabbly Connect can capture the data. For that let us read the instructions. Switch to the responses tab. Click on create spreadsheet icon. By default, form name should be shown as sheet name. Okay, so I'll just take you to the forms, Google Forms once again. Here we'll be moving to the responses tab. And here you can see that we don't have any responses over here. For that, let us click on this preview button and let us fill up the form so that we can capture the response. Let's give the name as Adam Smith. Let's give the email address as adamsmith123@gmail.com. Let's give the phone number over here. And let's add the company name as Pabbly. And click on Submit. Okay, thanks for submitting your contact info. So the form has been filled. Let's move back to the form And here we can see in the responses tab, we have got one response. Okay. And here we can find Adam Smith response. Now we want to capture this response in the Google Sheet because Google Form responses are captured in Google Sheet. So click on this three dots and here we have to select the response destination. Click on select response destination. Now it is asking to create a new spreadsheet or you want to select the existing spreadsheet. So I want to create a new spreadsheet and the name would be contact information responses. If you want to change the name from here, the sheet name you can change. And let's click on create. Linking to spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is linked. Okay. Now we have to click on this green sign, view responses in sheets. And now the form submission data is captured here in Google Sheet. Name as Adam Smith, email address, company name and the phone number. So now we are going to create an integration between this Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect. For that, come to the extensions, click on add-ons and click on get add-ons. Now it will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. Here we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now you have to install Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system. As you can see that it is already installed on my system, I'll just close this window. But remember, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. Now once the Google Sheet is refreshed, you have to come to extensions once again and this time come to Pabbly Connect Webhooks and click on initial setup. Now it is asking for a webhook URL and the trigger column. So this will be the same webhook URL which we have seen in Pabbly Connect. So let's move to Pabbly Connect. From here we are going to copy the webhook URL and we will be pasting it over here in our Google Sheet. Now it is asking for the trigger column. So let us read the instructions. The trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So in my case, you can see that I have the data from column A till column E and I want the data to be captured till column E. So my trigger column will be column E over here. Say if you have the data till column G and you want the data to be captured till column G, then your trigger column will be column G. And let's click on send test. Test data sent successfully. Okay. Let's click on submit. Okay. Now again we have to come to extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhooks and this time click on send on event option. So why we are selecting send on event option? Just because next time whenever the data is added to this particular Google Sheet, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. We don't have to link the data again and again. So make sure you have a tick mark on the send on event option. Okay. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And when we scroll down, here we can find that the responses received and the details of the customer through the Google Sheet are captured over here. Name, email address, company name, phone number, spreadsheet name, sheet name and all other details are captured. So now we want that using these details, automatically an opportunity should get created into the Flowlu account. But before that, we have to create a contact in our Flowlu CRM account. So to create a contact, come to this action window, open it. Here in the choose application, let us find Flowlu. In the action event, we have to select create CRM account contact. This one. Let's click on connect. Here we have to click on add new connection. Now it is asking for the API key and account URL. So let us read the instructions. Log into your Flowlu account. Navigate to the system settings page from the left sidebar. You can find your account URL and your API key is available under the API settings section. So I'll just take you to my Flowlu account. Here we will be moving to the system settings. And here we can find the API settings. Click on it. Now here we have to create a new API key. For that, click on this create button. Here we have to give the name to the API key. So let us give it as Google Forms Integration. And here we have to select the applications for CRM and let's click on save. Okay, here we can see that a new API key is generated. So we have to copy it from here and we'll be pasting the same API key over here. Now it is asking for the account URL. So let's go back to our Flowlu account and from here we are going to copy the account URL. So I'm just going to select it And from here, let's copy it. And we have to paste the same account URL over here. Okay, we don't need the backslash, so I'm just removing it. And let's click on Save. Okay, now the Flowlu account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to select the title ID. So you can select it as per your requirement. As is, I am selecting it as Mr. MR. Here we have to map the first name, last name, email address of the customer. So we have already got all these details through the form submission. So we are going to map all these details now. Let us map them one by one. First name as Adam Smith. Okay, we don't have the last name because the name is all together. So I'm just leaving it as blank. Here we have to map the email address. Here we have to map the description. So if you have a description of the contact, you can map it over here. Here we have to select this category. So as it is a customer, I am selecting it as a customer. Various categories are available. You can select it as per your requirement. Here we have to select the industry. So industry type is technology. Here we have to map the address. So if you have the address details, you can map. Here we have to map the phone number. And this was the phone number. So we don't have all other details. So I'm just leaving it as blank. Okay. If you have all these details, you can map it over here. And let's click on Save and Send Test Request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. It means a new contact is created into our Flowlu CRM account. Let's check it. We have to go to this Flowlu account. Let's move to CRM section and move to Contacts. Okay, and here we can see a new contact named Adam Smith along with the phone number and the email address. So now we want to create an opportunity for this particular customer. For that, come to Pabbly Connect. Here we have to click on this plus sign, Add Action step. In the Choose Application, let us find Flowlu once again. In the Action event, we have to select Create Opportunity. Click on Connect. As we have recently created a connection, we will be choosing Select Existing Connection option and click on Save. Okay, and now the Flowlu account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to give the opportunity name. So I am giving the opportunity name as the customer name itself. If you want to give some other details, you can map the opportunity name over here. Okay, here we have to map the customer name. So we have already received the customer ID over here through the response. We have created a new customer. So we are going to map this response ID as a customer ID over here. For that, click on this mapping button. Remove this data, come to Flowlu CRM account contact, and from here we have to just map RES1 response ID. Okay. Now here you have to select the assignee user ID, which is automatically captured in my case. Here you have to give the opportunity amount. If you want to mention the source of this opportunity, you can select. I am selecting it as a customer event. Okay. If you want to mention the start date of the opportunity and the end date, you can mention it over here in the YY, MM and DD format. Okay. Here you have to select the sales funnel ID, and here you have to select the stage ID as new or a qualification, proposal or a negotiation. So you can select it as per your requirement. Okay. And we have mapped all the details over here. So let's click on Save and Send Test Request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. It means an opportunity is created into our Flowlu CRM account. Let's check it. Let's move to the opportunities. Okay, and here we can see a new opportunity created on the name of Adam Smith. So in this way, we can see that our integration is working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay. Now here I want to give you an important information that here we have created a contact. Okay. For each and every customer or for each and every response, we are creating the contact. But in case you already have that contact in your Flowlu CRM account, for that you can just apply the routers over here. Okay. And how you can apply the routers, the link is available in the description box. Okay. Now we want to check this in the real time, whether integration is working fine or not. For that, we have to fill up the form once again on the name of some other customer, and let us check whether our integration is working fine or not. Okay, I'll just move to the form and let us fill in the details on the name of a customer. Let's give the customer name as Shweta Arya, email address as Shweta Arya 22@gmail.com. Let's add the phone number. Okay, and let's add the company name as Pabbly once again. Okay, and let's click on submit. Your response has been recorded. So the form has been filled. Now we have to check whether a customer is created into the Flowlu account and even the opportunity is created or not in the Flowlu account on the name of that particular customer. So let's move to the customers first of all in the contact section. And here we can find a new customer named Shweta Arya along with the phone number and the email address. Now let us check the opportunities also. Okay, and here we can see a new opportunity created on the name of Shweta Arya. So in this way we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect and I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. So first we have created an integration between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details of the customer through the form submission. Then we have created that customer as a contact into a Flowlu CRM account. And then we have created an opportunity for that particular customer. And in this way, we have created a successful integration between Google Forms and Flowlu CRM using Pabbly Connect. So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business using Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can visit our Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.